Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, the channel name is Beck in the Future. I'm Beck and we're reading the future. So this is for Taurus. Shout out to my Taurus friends. I know I have at least one dedicated follower. So let's get into your August reading, Taurus. If you haven't already, subscribe. I know you're not going to be happy, Taurus, but remember, it's about transformation, death. So the traditional reading means something that comes to everyone, inevitability, change. Change is the most certain thing that we have, right? It's death and taxes, right? The guaranteed part of life. This is transformation. This is something that kings, priests, children, everyone has to deal with transformation at one point or time. I'm wondering if this is a spiritual transformation. And I say that because I do not feel like it's a death in the actual traditional sense. I feel like you are being transformed, and what stronger, what higher form of transformation could happen than a spiritual awakening? All right, Taurus. Well, these ones are too much, but this one feels right. Ooh, something that we feel bound to, an obligation? The Devil card. So feeling chained. I don't feel like you feel chained in the sense that you're bound to something strictly out of obligation. I feel like you are willingly entangled in a situation that inevitably causes this transformation. And I think it's a welcome, it's welcomed in the sense that maybe you know ultimately that this is going to benefit you in the long run. Okay, that was fast. Four of Wands, so stability, a good foundation, something to build upon. So this is laying groundwork for the foundation of your home. What principles are we intrinsically built upon that really stands as a testimony or a testament to who we are as individuals, right? Our character, what you know, I watched a movie a long time ago, and it was about a woman, and I don't know why I'm bringing this up, and she accidentally hit a child, and she drove off. And it was those situations where if somebody's not around, no one can see, what do you do? Does that moral compass of yours kick in? Or out of fear, do you run? It really is a good glimpse of who you are as a person. What are you willing to do? This is questions about the strength of your foundation, the strength of your bonds, the strength of this spiritual foundation. Taurus, cards just want to flip for you. Okay, yep, we were talking about foundation. There you go, the Tower card. So are we built upon shaky foundation? I don't think so. I feel like it's firm, but there's going to be some solidifying event where you might have in the past thought you would waver, but you really see how firm your foundation is. And perhaps this person that you're bound to benefits from realizing how firm your foundation is, because perhaps they need that as an example for themselves. Okay, we have the Judgment card. So the angel is, well, sounding the trumpet. The dead are rising for the judgment, for the final judgment. So this is seemingly this last big event. This is something that you look back upon, and I feel like, sorry, hold on a second. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I feel like the word testament keeps coming up. So it's this moment in your life that if your life were to flash back upon you, it would be the thing that stands out. Your legacy, okay? We're speaking about your legacy. And I feel like it's important for you to lend your voice for others. That's an important part of legacy. Not just those we leave behind or that we have in our life for a reason, a season, a lifetime, but there's this ripple effect that you're going to cause by people seeing, defying gravity, defying death, the foundation that you built on this event that solidifies things for even others to sit back and go, okay. Like the path might be narrow and winding, but you're affording an example for others. Going to higher ground, 8 of Cups. So it's leaving things that might have seemed important behind for perspective. An eclipse might also be an important aspect. I think there's a planetary alignment August 12th. I'm not quite sure. I want to say that there is something to do with an eclipse during that time. The parade of planets. So August 12th might be important as far as the date. So 8/12 or 8/12. May want to look into what that angel number meaning is. That's your homework. You didn't know you were going to have homework today, did you? Well, you do. Sorry. Everyone gets homework. Abundance. Yes. So you're leaving. This feels so much like Job. This is Job, okay? You're leaving something, or you're being pulled away from something, and it may initially feel like a loss, but look at what's right around the corner, the Empress. This is someone who has so much abundance, so much. It's beyond just prosperity in the sense of monetary gain. It is looking around and seeing a life fulfilled, full of love, birthing ideas, birthing generations, birthing a cause, lending your voice to others. Okay, money keeps coming. Ace of Pentacles, a windfall, a gift from the divine, something that you didn't see coming right in the moment that you needed it, right when you walked away from everything or from what you thought you were losing, only to find that God provides you and multiplies it. Windfall of prosperity, a life full. And the adventure, the Fool, someone on a journey, someone who has very little possessions in their bag, and they are seemingly dancing on the cliff. Also, let me bring you back. This is really important for me to say, and I don't know who this is pertaining to specifically, obviously. I never know who's reading these or watching these, excuse me. But this card is always linked to me. Is it the House of York or the House of Tudor? The red rose and the white rose. So the death card has the white rose. And other tarot card decks, you can see the white rose and the red rose like lapped on top of each other, right? Symbolizing like the union. But also with the Fool, you see the little white rose in the Fool's hand. Hopefully you're seeing that on the camera. But you can look at different tarot card decks and it will have it on there. I think there's something about a white rose that is significant. You might want to look at the meaning of roses, or maybe this is hinting at something for you. Perhaps somewhere along your journey, you will see a sign of a white rose. Maybe even the name Rose is coming up. I don't know. There's too much about lineage coming out. Oops. Okay. Again, this feeling all over the place, like see Five of Pentacles, feeling like you're out in the cold. But again, look at the Church is right there. For why are we beggars? I'm hearing for why are we beggars? There's someone with this pride, anxiety, sleepless nights with the Nine of Swords, excuse me, and then the Magician coming out. So you hold all the cards, da-da-da, you hold all of the cards. So this anxiety, this sleepless night, this feeling like you don't have this prosperity is the illusion is this belief of lack. That's the illusion, the belief of lack. Because look at, believing that there's something tragic, feeling bound, but seeing that the foundation is firm, even though the illusion is that there's destruction. The foundation is firm. Maybe the walls give way, but the foundation is firm. You might be called to judgment, but you've already proven that you will walk away from everything that you have for perspective, for the hope, and prosperity comes. You're on this journey, giving you anxiety, feeling like you have nothing, feeling like they're really, that there's the lack, and yet, you're the Magician. Maybe this great awakening is aligning yourself up with this prosperity, acknowledging the power that you yield, acknowledging that you have been gifted all of the tools, my little Felix the cat. You just have to get them out of your bag and utilize them. Again, the infinity symbol is the universe. It's divine. It's this never-ending loop, right? Also, this might be pertaining to only one person, whoever comes across this reading, but this might also be this acknowledgement that I'm seeing autism, right? Because there's links to autism symbolism with the infinity symbol. So it's limitless, right? There's acknowledgement that people communicate differently. And you might even not realize how powerful your voice is because you don't feel like you communicate very well. But there's acknowledgement that there's limitless possibilities, limitless potential. And that happens when you acknowledge that, okay, for example, persons who are deaf, who sign, they still communicate. Now, whether or not you are able to understand them and their language is a different thing. But to the other individuals who know how to sign, they're communicating just fine. There's not a lack, there's not a deficit. So there's an acknowledgement here that there is not a deficit, there is not a lack. It's just requiring you to alter your perspective. There's not a lack here. Yeah. Let's get you an angel number, because that's essentially, I feel like that's, it is what it is. You know, kid. 2424. Good times, leisure, rest, holiday, pleasure, love, affection, kindness, happiness. So this lack that you're feeling, this like journey, this arduous thing that you're going to bound on, it's really a pleasure. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that you're all on the same page and can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. Hallelujah. Sorry, I know that some people come to readings and they don't want to hear about that aspect, but if that wasn't exactly what we were talking about, the infinity, the limitless, like you give and you receive. There's no separation. It's like when you finally realize that that person is you and you are that person, to give to that person is not lack energy, because it always makes it back to you, right? So it's divine prosperity. All right, baby. Let's see what the charms have for you, and we'll even roll the dice. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. 1, 1, 3, 3, 4, 4. Look at that. It's the mirror. It's mine, yours, mine, yours, mine, yours. It's like this mirroring, because it doesn't matter, because there's no lack, right? So what we give, we receive back. There you go. So on point. Can you even see that? I hope you can see that. Letters. Okay. X, S, S, I, SSI. Is that the space station? X, C, T, G. This might be a scan, an X-ray or CT. Zoom you in a little bit more. X-ray or a CT scan. And there's something about perspective. So if the SSI, if we're in these ISS, excuse me, backwards, forwards, sort of dyslexic here. International Space Station. So if it's the International Space Station, we are getting perspective. X-ray, CT. There's something about scans going on. Perhaps it's from a higher level down upon the earth, or there's some sort of like, oh my God, I just heard radiation. I don't know if it's radiation. Maybe there's a solar flare that's going on with this planetary alignment on the August 12th. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but stay tuned. Oh, and for the future, this is July 30th, 2026. So if you come upon this a year from now, you'll know what's going on. Look at, it's so cute. It's a little oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's an astronaut, and he's just swinging on a star. You can't see it because my phone is what we're recording off of, but on my cell phone is the case, the part that pops out to hold the stand is a astronaut. So I think it's so cute, the swinging on a star. Oh, would you like to, that's the song coming out for you. For those of you from the 90s or 80s who remembers, would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Da, 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 da. There used to be a TV show where she would stop time by touching her fingers, and I guess that's the limitless, right? That you can stop time, or you can go backwards or forwards. That's another subject. Okay, we've got imaginative, and it is Cancer. Okay, and the next one is going to be courageous, and it's Aries. And we have a moth, beautiful, drawn to the light. We have another Aries, another ram. So 2 Aries. A lion's key. This could be a reference to Lionsgate, which is August 8th. So we've got an August 8th, so 8/8 through 8/12. There's a little white kitten, and we have a little sheep, a little blue sheep, and a knife. Okay, cutting things in half, portions. Okay. Well, I hope this finds you in good health, and I hope you enjoy the reading. We will be back again, and we will be seeing you in the cards. Thanks so much for joining me, Taurus. Side note, you are loved in this life and the next. Bye.